Okay, we'll continue. Okay, now part 2. Okay, now you got the idea so far, right? So first, I will repeat again. You need to have sila visuddhi, purification morality, keep the precept pure. Then based on the good morality, you have peace of mind. Then it's very easy to purify the mind. Because if somebody precepts is not good, they don't have peace of mind. So how can they have the purity of mind? Purity of mind means you need to suppress the hindrances. Then the next step is try to see as much as nama lupa as a this means try to see only nama lupa. Go beyond the idea of concept of I and mind. All right, so it's very important. So even though this is the Vipassana Jnana number 1, but this is the very basic. If you listen to any Dhamma talk, you will talk about this Nama Lupa also. After that, try to see the relationship between Nama Lupa. That means that cause and effect. Right? Nama Lupa is not created by God. It's due to the ignorance, craving, especially karma. And try to see how Nama Lupa are related to each other by this momentary causation. Right? For example, the mind want to see, then your eyes turn somewhere, all right? Or the mind want to eat, then the body look for food, something like that, all right? Due to the eye, due to sight, then the eye consciousness arise. Due to the ear, to the sound, then hearing consciousness arise. So this is called momentary causation. I think I'm clear about this. So after that, then we will have series of Vipassana Jnana. Then this will be the fifth purification, which is the long name. Maga Maga Nyan Nyana Dasan. Dadan, yeah. Should be long typing. Maga Maga Jnana Dasana Visuddhi, right? So the sixth will be Patipata Jnana Dasana Visuddhi. So this one will have 4. We have 2 only. Comprehension, knowledge, Samasana Jnana. Another one is Udaya Baya Jnana, the knowledge of arising and passing away, which is the tender phrase here, tender stage. Okay. Okay. Big body first. This number 4. Okay, you can see the Pali here. It's a very long Pali. For any Pali student, you should try make some effort to diagnose the text, and if you have a dictionary very easy, you can find out the each individual meaning. All right, so this is Pali and this is translation. And according to this text, we will have the explanation later. Okay, somebody will read. Sister Sim, can you read? Yeah.
Okay, purification of path and non-path. When he has thus discerned the formation of the 3 planes together with their conditions, the meditators collects them into groups by the way of such categories as the aggregates, etc., divided into the past, present, and future. He next comprehends with the knowledge of comprehension those formations in terms of the 3 characteristics: impermanence in the sense of destructions, suffering in the sense of fearfulness, and non-self in the presence of chorousness, by way of durations, continuity, and moment. Then he contemplates with the knowledge of the rise and falls, of rising and falling of those formations by way of conditions and by way of moments.
Okay, thank you. All right, so this is the path and not path purification. So basically, it's talking about this knowledge of comprehension because it's samasana jnana. In brief, just try to see about anicca dukkha anatta. So this is the first knowledge here. And the second knowledge is the knowledge of rise and fall. Okay. So basically, this will be, this one means see as anicca. See the nama rupa as a anicca, dukkha, and anatta. And then you try to see the Namarupa as arising, passing away. Okay, only these two knowledges is under this number 5, Magga Jnana Dasana Visuddhi, purification by knowledge or vision of path and non-path. Anyway, this Udayabaya Jnana, the arising and passing away knowledge, is still under the tender stage. Okay, so let's read this text. All these are theory for you all, unless you practice up to this level. If you are not practicing up to this level, to you it's just a kind of theory, but it's still okay to learn, right? Because normally for those who practice like 3 months in any Mahasi center, then the teacher will allow them to listen to this 16 Vipassana knowledge for them to have some how is it, for them to evaluate their own practices. Yeah. Now this means that starting from here, right? From this point is trying to see about like just now they say Samasana Jnana is trying to see anicca dukkha anatta. This means that what is anicca? Anicca means arising and passing away. Okay, anicca impermanence means everything must arise and pass away. Due to arise and pass away, you answer about dukkha. Dukkha means suffering, and you answer about non-self because anything that arise and pass away is nothing to do with this I and mind. All right. So how do we see in actual Vipassana practice? So we read my picture book. Okay. Now this is an example about in any phenomenon, phenomenon, there will be 3 parts: beginning, middle, end. So we call it in Pali Upada Tidi Banga. Okay. Upada Tidi Banga, beginning, middle, and end. And then actual practice is how you notice that this arising and abdomen arising and passing away. Now remember in Mahasi Center, they suggest meditator contemplate on the abdomen rising and falling. So when you're not abdomen, so the abdomen will arise and fall. Abdomen will arise and fall. So basically, any rising of the abdomen. Now, why does the abdomen arise? Because when you breathe in, the air will push the abdomen, so the abdomen will arise. So the arising will have a beginning. Okay, beginning. Then after it arises for some time, then the abdomen will fall. Right? Then the abdomen falling, there will be beginning, middle, end. So this means that any phenomenon, try to see the 3 stages: the beginning of the phenomenon, the middle, and the end. Right. So this is called Upada Tidi Banga. So when you see everything, like when you hear the sound you're beginning to hear, then middle of hearing and the sound disappear. Or when you breathe in, so when you breathe in, the air will beginning to enter, then middle enter and finish entering. Right? So when you feel the pain, the beginning of the pain, the middle of pain, the ending of the pain. So you will see anicca. Anicca means after it arises, it will cease. So nothing is constant. Anything that arises stays for a moment and it must cease. So that means that beginning, they will have beginning, middle, and end. So whatever appears must disappear, whatever arises must cease. So that's the meaning of anicca. This is the one that especially when at the funeral time we will recite this, because funeral means the end of the life. So we recite Sabe Sankhala Anichata Anichati Sabe Sankhala Anichati Yada Panyaya Pasati Ada Nibitante Ata Nibitanti Dukhe Esa Mego Visuddhiya. So all component things are impermanent. When one sees this with wisdom, then one becomes disenchanted with unsatisfactoriness. This is the path of purification. So try to see all sankhara are impermanent. All right. So how do you see impermanent? Means try to see everything must have beginning, middle, and end. So that's the meaning of anicca. Okay. That means that at this knowledge, you try to see anicca, dukkha, anatta. So what is anicca? Anicca means things has beginning, middle, and ending. So everything arises must pass away. So at this stage, this third knowledge, you will see beginning, middle, and end. But when you go for the fourth knowledge, you will see more of the beginning and end. You'll see arising and passing away. So the middle part is not so clear, right? So this part is more try to see only, so means that beginning and ending is more clear. So it's like the same thing, but how the mind see is different, right? Like in the Samasanayana, at this knowledge, you see beginning, middle, end. But at the fourth knowledge, you see the beginning and ending are more clear, right? So you are seeing the same phenomenon, but your mind, the knowledge is more sharpened at the fourth stage. That one is actually is more theory. Unless you practice this, if not, you don't understand what I'm saying. Okay, somebody read this one. Yes. Okay, Sister Chi. Yeah.
Okay. When we see that everything is impermanent, then the insight wisdom of Samasara Nana, which consists of unsatisfactoriness, dukkha anupasana, and egolessness, anattana nupasana, will arise. These three characteristics of impermanence, unsatisfactoriness, and egolessness are the characteristic of all phenomena. So the samana, lakkhana, or the universal characteristic of all phenomena will arise. The meditator will obtain the next insight knowledge of comprehension, samatana nana.
Okay, thank you. So when you see anicca, dukkha, anatta, there's a technical terms we call it the universal characteristic of all phenomena. Because all phenomena, even though like earth, patawi, apo, tejo, or four great elements, they will have anicca, dukkha, anatta. So this called so this is called the samanya. I want to show account. Okay, so we are still on this different type of Vipassana knowledge. So if you want the charts, you can refer back to the earlier pages of this. Yes, right? Okay, by this knowledge, according to this chart, we are having this knowledge of comprehension, anicca, dukkha, anatta. You try to see arising and passing away. And then you at this level, you'll be able to see what is right path and what is wrong path. Okay. So if you know what is right path or wrong path, then you will have this knowledge and vision of path and non-path, not path. Now, what is path and what is not path? Okay, so we continue to read. Okay. Shinin, you can read.
Okay. When one goes on meditating, one will only be able to identify the two phases of phenomena. The mind cannot clearly perceive the middle part of phenomena, that is titi. The mind can only perceive the beginning and ending. This is the arising and passing away insight knowledge. Udayabhaya jnana. Supposing you are noting the sound as hearing, you begin to hear and know more. Like you hear the clock chime, you hear thump, just a static moment which is not clear. Then the sound disappears. That means the arising and passing away of hearing phenomenon is very clear to the mind. So this is knowledge of arising and passing away. This stage of arising and passing away knowledge, Udayabhaya Jnana, is very important to meditators. Before this stage, meditators have strenuous struggles with the hindrances and unpleasant feelings like aches and pain. Here at this stage, the pleasurable experiences will arise. Some wholesome states of mind will arise. They are light or basa, insight, jnana, joy, rapture, piti, calm, serenity, tranquil, passaddhi, determination, resolution, adhimokha, effort, pagaha, happiness, sukha, awareness, upatthana, equanimity, upekkha, delight, nikkanti. One will see light or brightness, obasa, in one's meditation, which will give one elation. The second is insight or jnana. When the meditator mindfully contemplates his meditation objects, he can clearly see the insights or the ultimate truths. Like when a yogi is noting rising and falling of the abdomen, he can report rising and falling is just taking place and the mind is noting as if someone is watching. So he can clearly perceive nama rupa as two different things. As in the Satipatthana Sutta, a yogi is said to have mindfulness sati and clear comprehension sampajana when noting the object. The mindfulness and clear comprehension of the object is so vivid that one gets full satisfaction of the noting. The result is one is at ease, comfortable, and without pain and hardship. So this insight or jnana becomes so vivid and clear, thus bringing joy or rapture to the person. This is the third pleasurable mental state, i.e. piti or joy will arise.
Okay, thank you. Now, here, when you practice for some time and you reach, so you are somewhere at this Udayabhaya Jnana, where you see everything arise and passing away. So your wisdom, your mind is actually quite sharp. So what you have is, so this we call it the 10 Upakulisa. So it's something that we call it 10 kind of, it's actually kind of like good experience, like just now, like joy, knowledge, and so on will appear, right? So they are very good experience. So because at this stage of this experience mentioned just now, so you will see this thing like obasa. You will see light. So sometimes in your meditation, some meditator they report, oh, I see light. Like when you sit in a dark place, you see like light or stars or shining around. So it make you very happy. Sometimes knowledge, you find that you understand Dhamma better. Or sometimes when you hear something, you pick up very fast. Your mind is like very sharp. Sometimes you got joy. Sometimes at that time, because you have practiced for some time, you got tranquility. So then you want to have more determination to practice. Then you find that you got more effort and you got the happiness. Your mind is very clear. Sometimes you can have a lot of equanimity but finally you also got delight. Delight means you cling, attached to all this experience. So this is we call it 10 imperfections in the Vipassana. So this will happen when you are at the fifth knowledge, the fifth purification by knowledge of vision of path and non-path. Especially at this Udayabhaya knowledge, when you see everything arising by a single way. So you will experience this 10 Upanishads. All right, sometimes we call it 10 imperfection, right? We call it imperfection. But actually, it's actually 10 kind of good experience like joy, knowledge, especially the light. So sometimes meditation see light, they thought, oh, they reach Nibbana, right? So because of this kind of good knowledge, so they are confused about what is path and what is not path. Okay. So they thought non-path means that they will cling to this light, joy as a right way. They thought light, seeing light, it must be a must way towards Nibbana or something like that. Or this good experience is the final goal. Not yet. Okay, not yet. Because they are still stuck at this white path and non-path. Okay. So later, I just go briefly, all right? So when they have overcome the 10 this upakilesa, the 10 imperfection, they don't cling anymore to light, joy, and knowledge, then they will reach the right path. So at this stage, they still kind of like confused what is the right path and what is the wrong path. So this means that this knowledge Udaya Bayanyana have two stages. One is tender phase, another one is mature phase, right? Tender phase means that they will take the light, joy, and whatever as a final path. But if they be able to overcome these 10 vipassana, upakilesa, then they will reach the number 6 purification. All right, so I just go briefly. So I think we better continue. So when they at the Udayabayan knowledge, they will see light. All right, so people thought light is Nibbana. It's not yet. They thought their knowledge is strong, but knowledge is not really strong yet. So they will get joy, they get tranquility. So they cling to all this. So sometimes they just stop there. Sometimes when they have this good experience, so the yogi don't want to see any more arising, passing away. They just want to stay and enjoy this kind of good feeling. In a way, you say because of these 10, this kind of knowledge or experiences, they kind of like stop there. Okay? Right. So you can see now they will get joy. Okay, I think we can continue to read. So these are good experiences meditator will experience. They are very good because after practicing for some time, you notice at first you need to bear the pain of sitting, your body feel itch, and you feel very restless. Come to this stage, the Udayabaya knowledge, you have all this good experience. Okay. So what are they? So we will read now. So just now we see the light and you will get the knowledge, the light, the first good experience. Second one is the knowledge. The third one is sati. All right. You will get a strong mindfulness. Okay. Shimin. Okay. Can you read this one? Yeah, this one. This part.
As in the Satipatthana Sutta, the yogi is said to have mindfulness, sati, and clear comprehension, sampajanya. When noting the object, the mindfulness and clear comprehension of the object is so vivid that one gets full satisfaction of the noting. The result is one is at ease, comfortable, and without pain and hardship. So this insight of jnana becomes so vivid and clear, thus bringing joy or rapture to the person that will arise.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so you see good experience. The first one is light. You see like bright light. Then you feel that your knowledge is very sharp. Sometimes your mindfulness is very strong. All right. So then you will get joy. All right. So now what is joy? Piti. Okay, next, Sister Jacqueline. Yeah. Can you read this one? Right. Are you here? Okay. Then Sister Go, okay? Yeah.
The Pali word piti has many different translations, like happiness, peacefulness, and so on. Its actual meaning, as recorded in the Abhidhamma, is delightful interest in the object. The reason is when one clearly sees the truth or face to face with the ultimate truth, one becomes elated and emotionally glad. When the piti subsides or weakens, the mind becomes calm and serene. This is another wholesome mental state called passaddhi. After that, the meditator will enjoy sukha. Sukha also has many different translations like happiness, peacefulness, delight, and so on. It is best to use the Pali word sukha. Sukha means the comfort and ease when one meditates. For example, one can sit for hours without feeling any exhaustion or discomfort. Mind is always alert and taking interest in the object because one is seeing the truth. In fact, one is enjoying his meditation and never feels bored. Mind is not influenced by sloth, torpor, but always keen and delightful in his meditation. This is the state of, I can see, sukha.
Okay, thank you. All right. So what is mentioned there is when you practice meditation, you get few of the good stages here. So this at the Udaya Bayanyana, right? At this fourth Vipassana knowledge, you will get light, the first one. Then second one, your mind is very sharp. Then you get joy. Joy means interested in the object. Like normally you notice that your mind is not interested in object, your mind go here, go there. But at that time, your mind is very interested in object. So you will joy. So when joy is very strong, you will create the tranquility. It means that you can sit down 1 hour, 2 hours, you don't feel body pain, body ache, and so on. Then you have the restoration, all right? You want to continue. Then you also got happiness because pity and tranquility will lead to happiness. Happiness here means very comfortable. You just want to sit there. You're enjoying your meditation. Then after that, you have pity, and then you got the sukha, and then you got this adhimukha. Okay, next student, Pudi, you can read again. Adhimukha.
This one. After the sukha
yeah.
mental state is adhimukha or determination or resolution. Since one is convinced by the truth and the benefits one is getting from his meditational effort, then in his mind, there will be an automatic resolution or determination to continue his meditation or to make more effort to reach his determination and gain his aspiration. The next mental state is pagaha. As one makes a resolution or determination to meditate, one makes secondary effort. The example given here is the second wind in the sports events. In a marathon or long distance running, the athletes start by running at regular control speed, which means with regular strive and regular effort. The reason is not to exhaust themselves before reaching their destination. However, when they see the goal, destination place, they make secondary effort to gain first position. This second effort is called second wind in sports terminology. Because of one's satisfaction in one's meditation, one makes resolution to exert more effort. This effort is called pagaha in Pali.
Okay, thank you. So at this stage of Udaya Bayanyana, the knowledge of arising, passing away, you will all have this very good experience, light, happiness, sukha, and you also have more effort because your mind is calm and happy, so you're enjoying it, and then you also got determination, so you determine that this meditation is right, and you just want to continue, and then you have the more effort, so your mind is not lazy, strong here. Okay. Then after that, this pagaha will lead to upadana, right? So your awareness is very clear. Sister Chayun, you can read this one.
Sorry.
This one.
This pagaha will lead to upadana awareness. In every noting, the awareness becomes so clear, vivid, easy, and comfortable. For example, in the Buddha's time and in ancient India, People use bullock cart for traveling. If the bullocks of the same strength, age, and build were drawing the cart, the driver needed no extra effort. He just held on to the reins and sat back comfortably, as if the two animals were carrying the carts by their own efforts, or driving a car on good, smooth road and without any traffic. You don't need to make any effort, just sit back, relax, and enjoy yourself. So everything you note is so vivid and the effort is comfortable and easy. The awareness is very clear and convincing. This awareness is upatana. Then this awareness will lead one to equanimity or upekha. This stage of insight is equanimity to all formations or sankharupekha. Usually, good experiences happen at this stage, even if bad or unpleasant experience, like hot weather or disturbance by insects, one can face them without any mental disturbance.
Okay, thank you. All right. So you get all this good knowledge, light. I need to mention this again, because it's very important for you to know these 10 Vipassana, they call it imperfection. But actually there are 10 good knowledge, good experiences you will find. The first one is light, all right? Then also you have good insight, you feel joy, your mind is tranquility, you have a strong determination, want to continue meditate, you have strong effort, your mind is very happy, feel comfortable, your awareness is strong, and even at that time, you feel that your mind is very equanimous. Some people even thought that they reached arahantship, okay, because at this level. And then finally, they got delight. Delight means they attach to all this experience. So even at this stage, like I mentioned just now, they thought that they have equanimity. All these are very good experience, but only the last one, Nikanti, is kind of like attachment. Because of attachment, you get so elated and then your ego might be inflected. So you might be careful. You need to be careful. One can be led astray by the 9 extraordinary experiences as stated above and think that one has already attained enlightenment. Some people even proclaim they have achieved something, right? So this can hinder the progress of meditation. So even this means that at this stage, people thought that they reached enlightenment. But we can clearly understand that these 10 mental factors, only the last one, Nikanti, is a real mental defilements. But these are called Vipassana Upakalisa or Vipassana Upakalisa because they are defilements occur during the Vipassana practice. But actually, like we say, 1 to 10, okay? This 1 to 10, all these are good one. All right, very good experience that you all should have in any of your samatha vipassana. But the last one, delight. Only the last one is the attachment, all right? But because of this attachment, the last one, you thought you have reached enlightenment. But not yet, because you can see this is only the 4th vipassana knowledge. Okay, but because of the last one, your conceit will be strong, and then you might just enjoy all this experience and your progress might stop there, So that's why we call it what is path and what is non-path. Okay. Now, it's very important to know what is path and what is the wrong path here. So this is the last one. Okay, Sister Sumeta Kran. Yeah. You can read this one. Yes. Okay.
A meditator must clearly understand and enjoy these extraordinary experiences is not the correct path. He must understand that whatever good or bad experiences, good or bad objects, his duty is to keep on observing the phenomena happening at the present moment. If he continues noting, he will gain the 5th purification, that is, purification by knowledge and vision, of what is path and what is not non-path. Magga, Amagga, Jnana, Dasana, Visuddhi. What is path or the right path means a meditator's duty is to keep on noting the phenomena taking place, enjoying his extraordinary and good experience, and thinking that he has achieved some kind of attainment is what is non-path or the wrong path.
Okay, thank you. So here is very clearly stated now. Okay. So at this stage, this knowledge arising and passing away, udaya jnana. Tender phrase means somebody enjoy all this. Then vipassana upakalisa means those like light, joy, knowledge, and so on, even equanimity. Because they thought they thought that they already attained some enlightenment, so they might stop there. If they enjoy and they stop here, so they cannot proceed. If they be able to overcome the 10 vipassana upakalisa, the one mentioned just now, so they will go for the next one. They will go for the right path. Okay. So if they enjoy all this means that enjoying the 10 enjoy these good experiences and stop there, stop there are the wrong path. So we call it amaga. So they stop there. So that's why if they stop here, they are still at this stage, purification by the vision on what is path and non-path. So they are trying to choose what is path and what is non-path. But if they be able to overcome here, so they are on the right path. So then they will go for the number 6, purification by the knowledge and vision of the path progress. Okay. I hope you are clear about this. This part is a little bit confused unless you practice up to here. Any question about this? I will stop here. So already 2 hours. Any questions? Any questions?
Teacher,
Yes.
the delight there,
Yes.
how is it that we know that is a delight?
Delight means you attach to the experience. You
But how do we
like
know?
it. You will know because you like it. Very easy. You like the
You just sit
experience.
there and then you're progressing, then how do you know that is a delight?
Delight means you like the experience. You will stop there. You will enjoy it. You will know, definitely. Because you don't want to continue. Now, what's the meaning of continue? Continue means you try to see more of arising and passing away. This means that you try to see everything is anicca dukkha anatta. If you try it, then you continue. But if you just enjoy, so you are on the wrong path. Okay?
But we are in a tranquility state, or rather the rapture state.
Right.
So
yes.
of course, it cannot bring
Yes.
us to the out of the delight one.
Yeah, when you have tranquility or joy or happiness, your mind will automatically delight to it, attach to it. Okay. Tranquility and then knowledge, equanimity, and finally you delight. Delight means attach, yeah. Because it's very normal. Anytime when you have good experience, your mind will have delight to it. So the meaning is as long as you're enjoying this experience, you are on the wrong path. Okay. If you continue, continue to see impermanent, all right? Impermanence of all phenomena is the right path. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, teacher.
Okay, thank you. All right. So any question about this?
Saji, just curious. You say there are 9 knowledges and there are some say 10 knowledges. How come they don't base on the same Abhidhamma
No,
Sangha?
no. Besides the Abhidhamma Sangaha, they also like Anguttara Nikaya, they also have different numbers. All right. No, not really. Abhidhamma Sangaha is a sub-commentary. But this sub-commentary is based on the sutta. So the sutta will be like Anguttara Nikaya. They also have this information. Okay, so different sutta give different information. Not all the sutta will have some same number. All right, so let's see. You see in Visuddhimagga also mention about this. Patisambhida also mentioned about this. I think so different texts have different numbers, all right? So I think Anguttara Nikaya also mentioned this because I did some research. I'm not sure is it V or B. Anyway, the key point is all these are different knowledges. You just need to know where you are. Let's say if you are practicing Vipassana, you need to know which stage you are and how to continue. You don't stop at this, all right? So, okay, let me rewind. So the first stage is trying to see Namarupa, right? Let's say Namarupa. And then the second stage is try to see their relationship in terms of cause and effect, like the mind want to walk, the body walk. The mind want to eat, then there's a motion of eating and so on. Then you try to see anicca, dukkha, anatta, everything has impermanence, suffering, and non-self. And after that, when you see anicca, means you try to see things have beginning, middle, end. There are 3 stages. Okay, 3 stages. But when you proceed further, you only see the 2 stages. That means that beginning and ending. Then at that time, you will experience about 10 kind of very good experience, including light, joy, tranquility, knowledge, equanimity. But finally, you got delight. Delight means you attach to all this experience. So at that time, if you just enjoy like seeing light, you enjoy your tranquility, happiness, you stop there. So these are called wrong path. But if you continue to see everything is anicca, dukkha, anatta, then you're on the right path. So if you continue, you will reach the mature stage of Udayabhaya Jnana. So you're already on the 6th. Okay? Purification of knowledge and vision of the path progress. So called Patipada Jnana Dasana Visuddhi. Alright? Chaihun? Alright. So all these are very theoretical. So for those who practice, you need to practice up to a level and you need to continue from that level. But finally, as I said before, no matter which level you practice, you still need to start from the beginning. All right. Anytime you go for meditation, you need to start from the first Visuddhi, second Visuddhi, third Visuddhi. Yes, Jet, you want to ask something?
No, I'm not asking something because today what Sally teach is very relevant to an experience that I have 2 years ago, some time ago. It's very relevant. It's all can be verified if you do practice it. Because
sure.
at that time I was really having a very profound understanding of the true nature of the mind, which is anicca, dukkha, anatta. That was when I was down with dengue fever. Can I share the experience?
Okay, wait, let me stop for a while. You want online or offline recording or stop recording?
Stop also okay. It's okay. I just sharing for everybody.
Okay.
The practice.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in meditation. So I was down with dengue fever some time ago. So it was on my 6th day where the fever was this dengue fever is not the kind of fever is not normal fever that you just feel uncomfortable, you feel hot. This dengue fever, it attacks your bone, like the needle, it keep on poking at your bone there, So it's very consistent, non-stop for 6 days, So on the 6th day, my life is being threatened already because the platelets were very low. And the doctor was saying that if the platelets doesn't come up by next morning, they're going to do a blood transfusion. So at that point, I was scared already lah. So I have to put the practice lah, what I have learned lah. Because the when you go to hospital, the only thing they give you is Panadol only to control the fever. There no other medication. You have the body have to recover by itself. So when the life is threatened, being pushed to a corner, being cornered already, you have to, the Dhamma is only my practice. So I have to rely on my practice. So I learned Satipatthana, this four foundation mindfulness before from another teacher. So I put into practice this unpleasant feeling which I have. The body is the painful feeling. So I take it up as an unpleasant feeling as the mental state there. So the sati is this side and the unpleasant feeling is on this side here. So I keep on contemplating unpleasant feeling as an unpleasant feeling. It's not me, it's not mine, it's not myself, it's a non-self feeling, just feel yourself, keep on contemplating. And when the Kanika Samadhi gain momentum, you can actually see the wisdom penetrate into the phenomena. The phenomena together with sati, it went inside to the feeling phenomena went inside, both of them went inside. And inside there, you can actually see the elements, the four elements arising and passing away very fast, very fast. It's like in a constant state of flux.
Yeah.
And in a constant state of flux, it is so what you call fearful, like that, very, very, very fast. And the prominent element is the fire and the wind element, which causes the thing to change. Arising, ceasing is very fast. So when I see the arising and passing away, I keep on contemplating arising, ceasing. Is a gone, vanishing, gone. So after some time contemplating, this process here, this suffering here, this moment they're suffering, the next moment, the suffering just went off. And the next moment is the mind was at a very calm state, no more phenomena there. And that mind state there is so peaceful, so calm. And actually, I rest myself inside there. To me, at that point when I was resting in that mind state, like Siale said, when the Arahant want to rest, they usually go into jhana and rest in the jhana. To me, that stage there is a jhanic state because the mind has been suffering for the past 6 days. So there is a jhanic state. So I rested there for quite some time before I came out of it. So actually, the whole thing is over already. So I stay in the hospital for another 2 or 3 days, then I go home. So this is the experience. But actually, what I learned of the true Dhamma is the part when they're suffering here, and the next moment is gone. And what I see in the mental state there, as long as there is arising and passing away, this process, which is impermanent, then sufferings will come to be. When this stop, then suffering ends. You get what I mean? I mean, when this exists, that comes to be. When this ceases, that ceases. So the relationship is a cause and effect. So actually, impermanent is the cause of suffering. So we have to work at the cause there and contemplate it, to add in the word gone, vanish, to stop the process. Then the suffering ends. That is what I learned from it. That is how I get out from that stage there. That is how I spent about 1 hour in the contemplation and another hour resting for in 2 hours to get out of the state. The next day, the dengue fever, the platelets start to go up by itself. So no need the transfusion, so the body recover by itself. So actually, the arising and passing away is very important in the contemplation. That's series.
Yeah, okay.
So it's a cause and effect.
For sharing. Yes.
There's a non-self there.
Right.
It's all a
Okay.
process there. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
So when we come to this Udaya Bayanyana, so the experience of seeing the Namarupa, each will appear differently from one to another. Some people will see like bubbles, some people will see like kind of like ping pong or whatever. So it kind of like sometimes in this Udaya Bayanyana, people will see vision also. Vision means how phenomena will appear to them. You know, some people will see like firecrackers or whatever, but all these are depends on individual, right? The vision is different, but the main thing is not to cling to this kind of vision, to this light, to this good experience. So you should see even all the good experience as arising, passing away. Then you progress to the next purification. That's the thing only. Okay. Thank you, Jet, for sharing.
Okay.
Now we will do the sharing of merits. So today of earthquake happened. Really to say, even now, there's no light. We are using the solar battery. No light at all now. All around me are very dark. I think the electric 9 is failure because Sagai they produce A-trait, so now also I think no A-trait. Not sure about tonight. I do definitely not. Okay, so let us do some sharing. So we share our good merits of learning the Abhidhamma. Let us share with those who need. Let us share merits with all beings. Imano punya bagam sapa satanam dema. Imano punya bagam sapa satanam dema. Imano punya bagam sapa satanam dema. Let us share merits with our departed ones. Idam no yatina hotu sukita hotu nyatayo. Idam no yatina hotu sukita hotu nyatayo. Idam no yatina hotu sukita hotu nyatayo. So we also share with Devas, hope the Deva will protect us and the place, especially the place like Myanmar, facing the disaster of earthquake. Akasata cha bummata devanaga mahitika punyam tam anumoditva chirarakantu sasanam. Akasata cha bummata devanaga mahitika punyam tam anumoditva chirarakantu desanam. Akasata jabummata devanaga mahivika punyam tam anumoditva chirarakantu mamparanti. Okay, blessing. Arurarogya sampati saga sampati mevacha adonibana sampati imena de samijatu. Longevity, good health, a rebirth in heaven, and the attainment of nibbana may achieve this by this merit. Devo vasatu kayena sasa sampati hotu cha pito bhavatu loko cha raja bhavatu dhammiko. May the rain fall at suitable times. May the crop be abundant. May the world be prosperous. May the king be righteous. Pada imaya patipadaya jaramaranam ha parimuchisami idam me punyam ashawakaya waham hotu idam me punyam nibbanasa pachayo hotu idam me silam magapalayanasa pachayo hotu. Imina punya kamena mame bala samagamo satan samagamo hotu yavani panapatiya. So we say the final one. Buddha sasanam chiram titatu. Buddha sasanam chiram titatu. Buddha sasanam chiram titatu. May the Buddha dispensation teaching last long in the world. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, thank you for joining.